All right, so in example 4, they want us to write the factored form of a quadratic function. Now, you guys might think it's pretty simple because you see where it goes through the x-intercept. But you have to remember sometimes we're multiplying the entire quadratic by a specific a value, such as +2, -3, 1/2. So this here is going to show you how to find that a value as well. We're going to start with the x-intercepts, which we can see are over here and over here, where they cross the x-axis. So the x-intercepts are x equals -5, and we have x equals +1. Once we have that, we can write the quadratic equation in factored form using the x-intercepts. Okay, so we're going to leave this a value like this because we don't know exactly if it's 1 or what it is. So we'll figure that out in the later step. Okay, one of my x's was -5, and my other x was a +1. So when I rewrite it in this form, I get a parenthesis x plus 5 and x minus 1 equals 0. So I have the factors written out. I just have to figure out the a value. That's step 3. To write the function in factored form, we're going to use a third point to solve for a. Now, I see my x-intercepts. I also see my vertex. That's a third point, so I'm going to use that point to solve for a. So my x is going to be -2, and my y is going to be 9. When I rewrite this equation, we have f of x equals a parenthesis x plus 5 and x minus 1. Now I mentioned I was going to use the point, the vertex, -2, -9. So f of x is just a fancy way of saying y. Therefore, I'm going to substitute in a -9 for f of x. And everything else is the same except for x, which is going to substitute as a -2, right? Because when x is -2, y is -9, at least in this particular function. So now I'm solving, and I get a equal to 3 times -3, which we know is equal to -9. So that's -9a on that side. And when we divide by the coefficient -9 here, we get 1 is equal to a. So therefore, the quadratic function that represents this particular equation is f of x is equal to, now you don't technically have to put it, but I'll put it right here just to show you, 1 parenthesis x plus 5 x minus 1. Okay, or like I said, you don't have to put it. It could be f of x is equal to x plus 5 parentheses x minus 1. And the only reason that you don't have to put it is because the a was 1. If the a was anything else, you would have to include it. All right, guys, thank you. Why don't you try the second one on your own?